At around 9 a.m., we set off from Saltillo in northern Mexico. The city slowly fades in the rearview mirror, and what lies ahead is a journey across one of the most striking landscapes in the region, an open desert highway cutting through the state of Coahuila. Our destination today is Parras de la Fontaine Winery, about 140 kilometers away, a place often described as the cradle of Mexican wine. As we leave Saltillo behind, the scenery quickly transforms. Urban edges dissolve into vast stretches of arid land. The highway feels endless, a straight line slicing through silence and space. From the air, the desert reveals its full character. Rolling hills of stone and dust stretch to the horizon. The land is dry, raw, and powerful. Yet life persists here. Giant cacti rise like natural sculptures, standing tall against the wind and sun. This is the Mexican Desert Highway experience. Not empty, but alive in its own quiet way. As we continue driving, subtle changes begin to appear. The monotony of sand and rock is broken by patches of green shrubs, scattered vegetation, and small rural settlements. Tiny towns appear along the route, simple homes, quiet streets, and a rhythm of life shaped by the desert itself. Everything here feels slower, more grounded, more real. The aerial shots reveal the contrast beautifully, roads winding through vast valleys, mountains layered in the distance, and desert plains shifting in color as the light changes. After nearly 2 hours on the road, the landscape begins to soften. The mountains grow closer, the vegetation becomes denser, and suddenly something unexpected appears in the distance. Green, everywhere. We have arrived. Parras de la Fontaine Winery sits like an oasis in the middle of the desert valley. Vineyards spread across the land in perfect rows, surrounded by mountains that protect and define this hidden agricultural world. It's hard to believe that such a lush environment exists in the middle of such an arid region.
Más claro que el transparente, solo sabes. Me caíste yo tenerte, bebé, la clave. Tómote pero comerte mejor me sabe, sabe, baby. Si tú me quieres y yo te quiero, ya no esperes. Porque todos son iguales, pero yo no. Me rompen el cora, pero yo no. No te hacen reír, pero hoy vengo yo. Nadie te hace reír. El problema tuyo es la confianza. No ha pelado a Cupido porque no le alcanza. El comienzo es muy chimba, pero a los meses cansa. No todos son Quijote, le llega su Sancho Panza, baby. Pero nosotros sí, tragados en París, que nos ponemos lit, baby. Perreándote en París, contigo yo caí. Rico lo que me comí ayer. Ya saben bien, mera diablita y cara de bebé. Y en faldita baila, que los otros bailan.
This winery is located near Saltillo and is considered one of the key wine regions in Mexico. Many even call it the cradle of Mexican winemaking. The founder of the winery originally came from Europe, bringing traditional winemaking knowledge across continents. Today, the estate even includes a small museum that tells the story of the family behind it, including their European migration history and Jewish heritage. It adds a deep cultural layer to what would otherwise be just a vineyard. We enter with a ticket priced at around 1,000 pesos. The experience includes a full guided tour, vineyard walk, production facility visit, wine cellar exploration, and finally, a structured wine tasting session. The first stop is the vineyard. Rows of grapevines stretch across the valley floor. The sunlight hits the leaves gently, and the wind moves through the vines like waves. The guide explains how the region's climate, hot days and cool nights, creates the ideal conditions for concentrated flavors in the grapes. Next, we step into the winemaking facility. Inside, modern stainless steel tanks line the production hall. The air carries a faint scent of fermentation. Here, science and tradition meet. From harvesting to crushing, fermentation, and aging, every step is carefully controlled. Then we move into the wine cellar. The temperature drops immediately. The lighting becomes soft and dim. Wooden barrels are stacked in quiet rows, each one holding time itself. The guide explains how aging transforms the wine slowly over months and years, shaping its final character. And then comes the highlight of the experience, the tasting. We sit around a large round table next to the cellar. Each person is served 4 different wines, ranging from fresh whites to deeper, more complex reds. The guide introduces each one, explaining aromas, structure, and origin. But it doesn't feel formal. Guests ask questions, laugh, compare notes. It becomes a shared experience rather than a presentation. Wine here is not just a product, it's a conversation. After the tasting, we enjoy lunch at the Winery restaurant. The outdoor seating overlooks the vineyards and the surrounding desert valley. The contrast is unforgettable, lush green rows of grapes surrounded by dry mountains in every direction. Time slows down completely. In the afternoon, we begin our journey back. Aerial shots capture the winery shrinking into the landscape. The green oasis gradually disappears, giving way once again to the vast desert plains. The return drive feels different. The light is softer now. Shadows stretch across the mountains. The desert, once harsh and bright, becomes golden and calm. Cacti, hills, and open roads blend into a cinematic final sequence. By around 5 p.m., we arrive back in Saltillo. From desert highway to hidden vineyard oasis and back again, this journey feels like a complete circle, land, culture, and time woven into one experience.